All right, we're live. Took me a second there because it kept telling my camera was disconnected. Let me make sure my settings are right. Make sure my audio's right. No, it's got it on the Kia Pro. Hold on, let me get it to the code. There we go. So let me get this microphone turned back around where it's actually facing me. So now we should be ready to go. Welcome everybody to another day of our chats here on the old car channel, because our main channel is far too dangerous for YouTube. They tell us that I'm a danger to the community, so they can't allow me to live chat over there. So we have to do it over here where it's safe because it's a car channel. So welcome. Now I can't do the normal spiel because we can't do super chats and stuff. So we can't fund GoFundMe or we can't fund the Pets and Vets program the way we normally do. I'm trying to make a pay link, a PayPal link here. Customer sets the price. I don't tell people how much to donate. Change the look and feel. I don't need to do that. Okay. And on the mobile and the desktop, you do have a place to put a comment. So let me check this here. Make sure it's going to the right place. Yeah, right there. I can see it. You should be able to see it here in a minute. Here's the link if anyone wants to, if you're going to just do normal chats, just make sure you put at the Yankee Marshall, not the Yankee Gearhead, because through StreamYard, I am the Yankee Marshall still. So if you want to tag me in a comment, make sure you use at the Yankee Marshall. If you want to donate to the Pets and Vets Fund, if you want to get an entry into the friend drawing, if you want to support the channel, you can go over and do a donation via PayPal. That will be the same thing as doing a super chat. I'll see it. There's a place there. Let me show everyone here before you do it. For those of you that are going to do it to it, right here, it'll say, leave a note for this purchase. Type something in there like, Yankee is a god. Something like that. Just type something like that. And then you choose how much you're going to pay. And then you'll pay it. And you can use a credit card too. You don't have to use PayPal. You can use your debit card. But so make sure you leave me a message if you do that, so that I got something to answer. What was this here? Did this come in via PayPal? I think it did. Hold on. Let me go see my transactions. All transactions. Lucas Imes is the first person today to donate. And they said, let's see if they put any information in. Did they put in a question? Does not look like they did. So maybe I hadn't gotten to the speech yet, but they did not do a question. Lucas Imes did not. They did donate $10, which is great because we get to keep most of that since it's through PayPal. But they didn't ask a question. Did they ask something over here? Let's see if I can see them over here anywhere. Lucas Imes. I don't know who that would be over here, though, to be honest, because they may not have that as their screen name. So, yeah, I don't see anything from them. But pistol, rifle, shotgun sale. Let's see here. So I guess that's it. That's all we need to do. I need to read if anybody donated. I don't think we lost any more subs today on Patreon. We lost most of those yesterday because it was last day of the month. Don't think we lost any today. Let me see if we got any new ones that I need to say thank you to. Vernon Long joined as a free member. Eric joined. And Send Lawyers, Guns, and Money upgraded their membership. Oh, and we did lose one more person, but I think it kind of all works out there. So it kind of stays even. We lost a Subscribe Star supporter, but I can't see where anyone actually lost, but we're down one. So I don't know if it was because of a non-payment or their card got messed up or what. Because it doesn't look like they actually left on purpose, because I didn't get a notification that they left. But remember, if you if you use the PayPal link, which I wish I could pin to the top, but I can't, make sure that you leave a question. It would be nice if I could link that to the top, but I can't. Let me see if there's any questions coming in. Oh, I needed to read if anybody ordered any merchandise today. Let me check and see. I have not checked today. Hey, come on, page, load up. It looks like, was this place today? Yeah, L. Samuel Mullins got an Only You dad hat and an Only You t-shirt. I actually thought that design would sell more. It either goes to show that I have no clue what people want, because I thought that was cute and I thought people would want to buy it, but it's not selling well. It either shows I have no clue what people want, or I just have really bad marketing, because no one's really buying it. No one bought the turnip shirt. I think I sold like 2 of those. So I thought the turnip shirt would be more popular too, but no, it shows I don't have a clue what other people like. My sense of humor and what I think is cute and stuff totally different than most people, I think. I do have a picture up over on Patreon. If you're a Patreon supporter, there's one of the posts over there, because only Patreon supporters can actually see my posts over there. I put up a picture of a Colt Python I drew last night while I was bored listening to Dutch Mantel and Jim Cornette. After everybody else gone to bed, I sat and drew a revolver that was kind of just, I basically redid the one that Turnip was holding and did it better. And I put up over there for people to come up with a slogan. And if you come up with a slogan for it that I use, I'll give you a free t-shirt. I'll give you the t-shirt. And I'll steal your idea, but I'll give you a free t-shirt. Just so you knows. Just so's you knows. Let's see here. Where am I at? I read the order, so we got that taken care of. Let's go see if there's any questions coming in. Did I put the link in? I'll put it in just in case I didn't. But there's the link to do PayPal if you want to do a super chat. Sort of super chat. Would you rather have 13 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson or 15 rounds of 9mm? 13 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. I'd rather have 10 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson than 15 of 9mm. Like if it was 10 plus 1 of 40 or 15 plus 1 of 9, I'd rather have the 10 plus 1 of 40. Will you quick draw for us? No, I will not. You dangerous fool. I sent you more emails, including a hilarious picture. I haven't seen anything today. Oh, well, here's one that just came through. What was this one about? Oh, it's about cops' pensions. Yeah. A former St. Louis cop gets $28 million for being beaten by cops. I'll have to look at these later. And if the jujitsu doesn't work, thug life. Oh yeah, the old man. I've seen that one actually. I think maybe not. Where was I? I tried commenting on the video today and it instantly disappeared. Your comment disappeared or the video disappeared? The video, I think, is still there. I think. Let me check, make sure. Let's see. Well, I'm on the wrong channel right now. Let me switch over to the right channel. Because I'm on the car channel, the Gearhead channel. So let me go over here. It looks like it's still there. So you should be able to comment on it. In fact, I was checking the comments before we went live. Seems like some people over there are still trying to justify why people do that training. There is no justification for it. Some guy was like, well, you have to do it with live rounds because you have to, if you're moving, you got to know how that's going to affect your movement. No, handguns don't produce enough energy to change the direction or motion of a 200, 150 pound body. So no, you don't. It's an unnecessary risk. You'd be better off doing that training than you would training with live ammunition, because the chances of you needing that training to save your life is far less than you harming yourself doing that training in that dangerous manner. And then when someone going to be like, well, soldiers do this and that. And I'm like, are you a soldier? I don't think you are, because if you did, you'd understand that sometimes soldiers do things that are more dangerous because of the more likelihood that they will be in certain situations. So they have a reason to take the risk. You do not. The soldiers are expendable. I was trying to say dispensable, but I meant expendable. I got my stickers and pin and patch. Thank you. About time it got there. Good evening, Yank. I got my first Beretta. I got a Beretta 92 FS Brigadier with 3 mags, brand new for $645 out the door. I can start on my Samurai Edge build. Oh, yes, you can. That'd be perfect for it. Who is Tex that you were talking about in your YouTube video? Well, it's one of those things you either know or you don't. Several creators have been having issues with YouTube deleting comments. Well, I'm not surprised. They're really on a real hard censorship spree right now, which I think that the government needs to finally step up and say, great, it's a private platform, you can censor, but because you're editing what's on there, you're responsible for what's on there. So go at it. Edit all you want. Or you cannot edit, and you can just put disclaimers on stuff like, hey, we don't approve of this. But don't edit it. Don't remove people's positions, opinions, voices, whatever, and be protected by legislation that says you're not responsible. One or the other. You can't have both. See, I don't have a problem with people that have a private platform acting as editors, as censoring people. It's their private platform. You come in my house, you're not going to start talking shit I don't want you talking. Or you'll find a boot in your ass and you'll be out of my house, just like they do on YouTube. But you can't have it both ways. Like I can't have a rule that says, hey, for as long as you don't censor people from what they're saying, you'll have free mortgage for the rest of your life. Your mortgage will always be paid as long as you never violate anyone's right to speak. Well, I can't, if I do that, if I take that deal, then I can't just keep kicking people out that I don't agree with. It's either one or the other. I saw Biden fundraising, asking for money, and he said they are going to pick a winner who will get a paid beach vacation. Does that seem inappropriate for an election ad? It does seem inappropriate for an election ad. All these giveaways seem inappropriate for election ads. It's like buying votes. I found a new old stock 92 FS Brigadier Inox, but 900 seems a little high. What would you consider a reasonable price? 900 would be reasonable as far as I'm concerned, because they're not easy to find. Do you still get the money from the membership channel and pay-per-view, or the stop you from getting that $1 No, channel memberships are not affected. I still get that money. I just can't do live streams. I train with live ammo because dry fire does not train recoil recovery and follow-up. In those situations, you don't need recoil recovery or follow-up. That's not going to be a factor. If you think it's a factor, it shows you how little you've actually trained properly. Because if you train properly, you know it's not going to be a factor. So stop trying to be tactical. There's no reason to do that type of training with live ammunition. You practice your accuracy and your firearm control with live ammunition. Everything else you practice with simunition or with no rounds. I'm late, so we use at the Yankee Marshal. Goddamn fucking dude, it's written right goddamn there. How fucking dense are some of you people? I swear, I just got to come to your house and hold your hands. Do you need me to hold your dick while you piss too? Because I ain't gonna do it. Well, it depends on how, if there's money involved. That looks like that's it. We're out of questions. There's 100 people here, but we got no questions coming in today. Since we're on this channel and this is not really being broadcast to anybody or saved, the only advantage we have to staying on when we don't have conversation going would be to get some viewership hours, but I don't want to just get views for just sitting here. And for people that were asking, because someone always does, of how close we are to getting to the level we need to be to have this channel set to where it can do super chats and I can make moderators and all that other stuff. According to my analytics, we are now at 1,000. So we're a third of the way there. Now, once we get up to that amount, it'll take a while for them to register it and then to approve us. But it looks like right now, if we keep up at this pace, maybe in a week, we could be up to the amount of viewer hours we need. As long as people, as long as we keep doing chats and as long as the chats last long enough to fill the hour, or I start putting up some more videos over there, we should, within a week, we could actually do it. Let's see here. How are my videos doing? Well, the biggest videos got 3,000 views. The smallest videos got 280. So not a whole lot of people, but that looks like everybody who actually comes to the chats over here has watched them at least twice. Not seeing a lot of questions. Top chat versus live chat. Well, I'm on top chat right now. Let's put it on live chat. Are you going to do more gun safe videos for the car? Probably not. I use game wardens to, instead of paper targets, to simulate actual victims. I use game wardens to instead. I don't know what that means. I am not clear why you were suspended. Is it just touching a gun? You did nothing threatening, correct? Right. It was just holding a gun in a live chat. You cannot handle firearms in live chats. You can't have them attached to your body in a live chat, which means I couldn't have one on my hip that could be seen or one over my shoulder or anything. Now, regular videos, you show yourself shooting guns and stuff all you want. You'll probably get demonetized, but you'll still do it. It's just, but in a live chat, you can't have a firearm in your hands because they say that's dangerous for the YouTube community, that YouTubers might see something they don't want to see, like someone killed themselves. But here's the thing. If I was going to do that, I wouldn't show the gun up front. I would wait till I was going to do it. So it doesn't stop anybody from doing it. It's just a justification for a nanny state, scaredy cat, pussy ass bullshit, anti-gun hysteria that YouTube loves to, if someone has a gun, they can kill themselves or kill someone else on air. Well, the people that are going to kill themselves on air aren't going to care if they get trouble for it. So they're going to go ahead and do it. It's going to get out there. People are going to screen capture it because you don't capture it immediately. So the rule of just, we'll just cut off every time someone holds a gun, that doesn't stop anybody from committing a crime. That's stupid. People that are going to commit a crime plan accordingly. Who is your favorite DC villain? Oh, DC? Ooh, I got quite a few villains I like in DC. Narrowing it down to like a favorite though. That's pretty hard. I've always liked Gorilla Grodd. I always liked what's his face? There's several, but I'm going to have to say probably my favorite DC villain is the ultimate one, Darkseid. I've always been a big Dark Side fan. So I'd probably say if I had to name a favorite, it's going to be the ultimate villain, Dark Side. Good evening, Yankee. We need to get more videos so we can get our wrenches back and super chat. Well, we will see. We will see. For people who just showed up, we can't do super chats or anything. If you want to do a donation to the Pets and Vets program, I can't even link it to the top, so I got to keep putting it in. Here's a link you can go directly to. There is a place on that link where you can ask a question. So it's just like doing a super chat, except that YouTube doesn't get half of it. So fuck YouTube. Where am I at? Should we all walk around with Narcan spray? I keep seeing those ads too. It seems like weird money grab by the pharmaceutical companies. No, I'm not going to be intervening in a lot of overdoses or anything. So I can see why it would be a positive thing to have in your kit, but I'm not going to spend the money for it. Thanks for the TYM Triple P sticker. I'll be putting on the stock of my Henry 22 lever action I just picked up for Plinkin. Favorite B movie monster film? Well, what counts as a B movie? I mean, there's a lot of people that would consider things like Nightmare on Elm Street a B movie. It didn't have a giant Hollywood budget or anything like that. So, I mean, you'd really have to define B movie first. And I don't really, I mean, if we're thinking, like well, Night of the Living Dead was definitely a B movie. And Night of the Living Dead, I'd have to say, is probably my favorite one ever. But it was definitely a B grade movie and one of the most influential of all time and one of the best of all time. Dawn of the Dead was a B movie. I'm not supposed to carry at work. I'm not supposed to do this. Anybody know who that is? I'm not supposed to do this. What would you suggest for pocket carry? Absolutely cannot be seen. Why would you choose the suggested gun? Sea Camp and a wall holster. No one's ever going to see it. Still decent for up close and self-defense, but never going to see that gun, period. It's going to disappear in a wallet holster in your back pocket. No one will ever know it's there. Have you seen the new engraving method used on Smith & Wesson PCs? Not sure what they are using, but sure looks, feels different. Engraving method, you mean like on an engraved gun, or are you just talking about like roll marks and stuff? I haven't seen any recent new ones that I haven't bought a new PC in a long time, so I don't understand. They used to use actual roll marks on the PC guns. And then they switched back to laser engraving, but not like the old style laser engraving that just basically shoved a carbon atom into the surface of the metal and through the surface of the metal. They were actually removing metal. So it was actually dimensional, and they went back to that recently, I think, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about. You missed my question, so I'll shoot it again. Would you rather have your choice of flavor for a Slurpee or a milkshake? I'd rather have a milkshake than a Slurpee. I mean, who would ever choose a Slurpee over a milkshake? Were they retarded? If that's what you're asking, because that's kind of a retarded question. I mean, who would ever choose a Slurpee over a milkshake? Slurpees aren't even the best frozen drink. Slush Puppies and Mr. Misties are better than Slurpees. So I'm not. Slurpees are like the worst ones. Slurpees are like cold foam. Why would the government tell them to stop blocking and punishing people when the government's the one telling them to? Well, that's actually not true. The government tells them to. The government has very little control over the major media places. They might ask for favors and stuff every now and then, but that they haven't put forward the policy that they should. Mm-hmm. In your video today, you said that violent criminals shouldn't be able to get close to you, but I think they do all the time. Don't criminals find a way to get near? Not usually. If you spend your life paying attention to what's going on around you, I almost never have people get that close to me. Even in like the gun shop, I make sure that I'm walking on. Like the other day, I yelled at Chase at the gun shop. I was like, "Motherfucker, I keep moving so that I'm out of your way and away from you, and you keep following me," because he was leading some guy around showing him stuff. I always try to maintain a distance. And here's the thing: if someone gets that close to you who's being violent, if they've got a knife, well, you're already going to be stabbed. You're probably going to shoot them, but you're also going to be stabbed. It's better off to just not get that close to them to begin with. Let's see, where are we? We just got an order over on the store. What did they get? Jason Thompson. He got a no bootlickers allowed t-shirt. No bootlickers allowed t-shirt. Well, that's something. That makes us 2 orders today. So, yay. What brass punch set do you recommend that also fits the 686 sight pin? Well, it depends. I don't recommend any specific brass punch set. Just get yourself a set of brass punches. The 1/16 inch punch will get the pin started enough that you can pull it out with a pair of needle nose, but that will not work. 1/16 inch roll pin won't work putting it back in. So if you're going to use the 1/16 inch punch to get it all the way through, I suggest you drill the sight a little different and put a 1/16 inch roll pin in it. And you can get those, but here's the thing: Smith & Wesson drills those so close to the top. A lot of times, if you go to a 1/16 inch drill bit, you'll actually get to where there's like a paper thin piece of metal at the top of the hole. It won't be a problem, but it's not aesthetically pleasing. Problem with all these laws they pass to stop criminals, they won't work because the definition of criminals do not obey laws. Well, most laws aren't put in place just to stop crime. I mean, they stop law-abiding people from committing crimes. It sets a standard of what law-abiding people can do. But it's also set forward as a way to punish people who do bad things. Because, as part of when they write a law, they don't just say, you can't do this. They say, you can't do this, and if you do, this is the consequence. Where was I at? Make sure don't wait. What? That's a lot of little pink things there. Hold on, I'm checking my. Where am I at? I thought that was a PayPal thing. It is not, so don't need to be over there. How is it not? It logs me out every time I touch PayPal. Now it wants to send me a text message so that I can get back into PayPal. Ah, motherfucker. There, let me back in. We haven't had any chats over there or anything, so I didn't miss nothing, but still irritates the fuck out of me when it does that. I also think that trying to go for your gun while getting curb stomped by multiple attackers that got the jump on you would be a bad idea. Well, no, if you're being stomped, there's a good chance you're going to be killed. So you're definitely going to try everything you can, including going for your gun. But if you've let someone that's attacking you get that close to your face, well, one, if they're unarmed and you just go immediately to blasting your brains out, like 7-8 shots as you're running backwards kind of crap, and turns out they're not armed, you're probably going to go to jail. Because, you might be able to convince you or me that, you had reason to be concerned, but a jury probably may not see it that way. So they'd be like, someone was going to get into a fist fight with you and you just blew them away. That doesn't usually hold up with juries very well. And I can understand why someone would not want to fight and how they could see the potential of dying, but statistically, you're not going to die from getting in a fist fight. So convincing a jury is going to be a different thing. But yeah, if you're being curb stomped, you definitely going to want to draw your gun. Do the best you can, get it out, start shooting people in the thighs. If you have to, shoot them in the balls from down low. Bullet in the taint, change somebody's mind real quick. In fact, you probably only had to shoot one of them in the taint. The others probably run away as soon as the gunshot goes off. Have you ever heard of POTS? It's a mental illness. Well, there's something I haven't heard of then, because the POTS I know of is not a mental illness. It's a condition, makes people lightheaded and stuff, but it's a circulatory issue, if I remember correctly. I don't think it's a mental illness. It can make people have trouble thinking clearly and stuff, but unless they're thinking of something different, the POTS I know, and plus the POTS I know isn't spelled POTTS, it's POTS, because I think it's what do you call it? One of those abbreviation and acronyms or whatever you call them. So if it's someone's name, then I don't know what that one is. Bought me a new 509 on my credit card. Guess who was angry at me for doing so? I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, but I'm happy, says Jacoby. Well, I'm mad at you because I didn't get nothing new. How much was your Samurai Edge build? I have no idea. I can't remember. I know you have a video on it step by step and where to get the parts. Just want to know how much will be. If I didn't mention how much it was in the video, then I don't remember at all. That's a long time ago. Wrong. Best pocket carry is LCP Max. Nah, it's kind of thick. I'd rather have the C Camp on my back pocket. You don't know how much smaller a C Camp is than a LCP Max. Actually, I think I have a picture of just a regular LCP superimposed with a C Camp. Let's see. Didn't I do that back in the day? Didn't I do one with an LCP? I thought I did it with an LCP. LCP. Yeah, right here. This picture right here just demonstrates to you how much smaller a C Camp is than just a regular LCP. I mean, that shadow is the LCP. That's the C Camp inside that shadow. Now imagine if this was thicker, like an LCP Max, you need a little bigger. The C Camp really is so much smaller in comparison. So nothing really compares to the C Camp when it comes to a pocket gun. Oops, excuse me. I believe we got a super chat from Dale Rickety. Let's see. Did he say anything? Did he know how? Is he too old to figure out how to do it? Oh, excuse me. I got hiccups. Dale Rickety donated to the Pets and Vets Fund. And did he say anything? No, nothing in the memo. He's not adding anything. You can add stuff, people. Add questions. Gives me something to talk about so I don't get bored and close the chat and leave. We need those hours. Does the Underwood work in the C Camp? Yeah, I use the Underwood in the C Camp. I use a special little, here's the one I use. Let me see if I can find it. It's a funky little round. I know I've got some in here somewhere. That's don't need those. Let me see. Do I got one in here anywhere? Yes, right here. That's the right one, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. These little funky 32s right here, which I don't think you can actually see because it won't focus on it well. Let's see. Will it focus up that close? Let's see. Oh, I turned off the autofocus. But they got this funky little tip on them. They look like a square head driver, like a drill bit tip. But those are the ones I use in the sea camp, and they work just fine. Someone who knows how to leave a note, do a super chat, even if it's just $1, so that I can go over there and see that the notes are working, so that I know questions can come in. M&P 10 millimeter or SIG 10 millimeter or Dan Wesson. Well, you mean like the Dan Wesson? You mean a Dan Wesson 1911 in 10 millimeter versus a SIG or an M&P? And I assume which SIG are you talking about? Because if you're talking Dan Wesson, you're talking a 1911, I would guess, for 10 millimeter. But if you're talking SIG or M&P, you're probably talking a P320 or a M&P 10 millimeter. And I'm going to say P320 because I just like P320s better than I like M&Ps. But overall, whichever one I think would be a better gun, I think the Dan Wesson 10 millimeter 1911 is a better gun. Unless, of course, you're wanting just a basic carry gun, then the P320. What is your opinion on the resurgence if the 10 millimeter in newer striker fired platform? Oh, what's my opinion of the resurgence of 10 millimeter in newer striker fired guns? Well, I think it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Didn't say anything over here either. They left a note. I think people are doing this on purpose to make me mad. But yeah, I mean, who am I to question whenever gun manufacturers make a good decision? I think a lot of people figuring out 9 millimeter doesn't do what they want to do all the time, that it has a lot of weaknesses, no matter how much they try to push it. And those people want something like a 10 millimeter. So now it'll come and go. It comes in, cycles. My nephew is allergic to milk, so he would choose a Slurpee over a milkshake. Well, he should be dead anyway. Anyone that's allergic to milk, they should have been weeded out right off the bat. First time mom stuck a titty in the mouth, they should have dropped over dead. So that's nature's way of saying this person shouldn't be here. So I can understand why he would choose a Slurpee, because he's someone that shouldn't be here. Did you get my emails earlier about the doggies we helped out? I did. I did get it, but I didn't get to read it. I just tagged it because you said there were updates. I should go look at it now. Hold on. Let me search your name. Oops, not boobs. So here's a couple of the updates. That's a picture of Kira, all healed up after her ordeal. And then what was the other update? Well, these are just pictures. You just sent me pictures. Picture of Kira healed up after her ordeal. This is Soulless Ginger's and Sarah's doggo. We helped out with that one. Secondly, this is Oliver, Rebecca's pup, who had cancer. She said he has one more chemo treatment, but that he is in remission. That's great news. Just came in today. Well, that's awesome. That's actually good. Let's show the picture of Oliver here. Let me see if I can. Burp. And then let me show this one. All right, everybody will probably remember these doggies. These are doggies we've helped recently. This was Kira. This is Soulless Ginger's puppy. All healed up, doing better. Last time we saw them, they were in stitches and had a cone and all that other stuff. Not an ice cream cone, like a cone on their head. And then let's share the other one. This is Oliver, the one who had the cancer, and now he's in remission and doing well. So one more chemo trip for him, though. So there's actually, you're seeing your money do good things there. It's always nice to help out animals in need. And then this is where a lot of people will be like, well, there's a dozen humans out there with 100 humans out there with cancer. We could have helped instead. Fuck them. Fuck those people. You're not going to win me over with that argument whatsoever because I'm just going to say fuck those people. So don't expect me to be like, oh, well, we could. No, just fuck those people. I'd rather help the dog. I am seeing more videos of you people doing gun reviews. It is sad to see them hide their inability to use a double action trigger. Oh, yeah, there's so many people don't know how to shoot double action. It's harder. It is harder. That's why I always cock that hammer first shot. Bam, bam, bam. If I can, unless you got to pull and shoot fast. But if I can cock that hammer, I'm gonna cock that hammer. Andrew Avila got a Bite Out of Crime shirt and an Only You shirt. Andrew Avila. They're in Tennessee. Whenever it's in Tennessee, I hear banjo music. I don't think that was banjo music I was making there, but you get it, doing a hoedown. Owner of a John Deere tractor, you're parked on a pig. John Deere tractor, parked on a pig. Why do other YouTube channels insist that the ballistics of 9mm and 40 are almost the same? Because they're idiots. And almost is exactly what? It's almost. It's not the same. And when you're dealing with something that's already compromised, every time you go a little bit worse, you get a little bit almost the same. When you get a little more into that almost category, there's things that it stops doing, like penetrating hard barrier, penetrating bone, penetrating other things. So every time something's almost as good, that's what does almost mean? Means not as good. So, and like I said, and when you're dealing with something like handguns, every little increment matters. So if something's not as good, it's just not as good. You should take a look at 9mm Inceptor from Ballistics Machinist. 100% copper hollow point looks very effective. I haven't seen that, but I like my tumble upon impacts in my Underwoods, but I'm open to other things. I'm ammo sexual. I'll try all kinds of different ammos. Favorite 10mm. My favorite 10mm that I own. Well, probably my Ruger GP100 in 10mm because it's a revolver, so it's awesome. But if I had to choose another 10mm, probably my Sig P220. If not that one, then probably my Bruin from Dan Wesson. Whew. Dan said the notes aren't working. The notes are there. I know they're there. If I pull that link up, the notes are there. So I don't know why people aren't able to use them. Is it because, are you doing it on a computer or are you doing it on a, because like if I pull up that link, let me go to that link. Let's pull it up. Oh, excuse me. Let's pull up that link. Boom, boom. Yep. Leave a note on this purchase. I'm going to leave myself a note and see if testing 1, 2, 3, $1. Let's see. I'm going to pay with my credit card, or else it'll tell me that that's verifying payment method. Pay now. Pay now. Let me see if it goes through over there. I typed in a message. Sent myself $1. Now let me go over to it, see if it comes through. All transactions. Back to transactions. From me. Testing. 1, 2, 3. It came through on mine. Maybe it's something to do with if you're on a Mac or a PC or something. I'll look into this tonight, see if I can get it working. Virtual terminal. What the fuck's a virtual terminal? I got a PayPal receipt where I just donated to myself. We also got an order from Jonathan Aho, or John Aho. He got a Bite Out of Crime shirt and an Only You shirt and an Infill We Trust coin shirt. I thought you already had that one, but maybe he held off on that one. Maybe he held off on that one. So why is this working on me, but not working with everybody else? Links or buttons? Let's see. Pick your settings. Customer picks price. Label. Customer notes. I'm going to put questions. Boom. Let's put, actually, I'll put super chat. Super chat. I think that's it. I think that's all I need to do. All right, let's try it. I put it with super chat this time. Button code. Ooh, I don't want that. That's copy link. All right, I'm going to try the link again. If someone else does a chat later, try that, and we'll see if it works. Did I not put it in there? I thought I just put it in there. There it is. Okay. All right, where am I at? Now that Washington State is a 10-round state, I've been looking at alternatives to 9mm, namely a 1911 in 45 or 10 millimeter. Well, 10 millimeter is what you want to go, or just if you're going to go to 45, just stay with 10 rounds of 9mm. What car would you buy if money was not an issue? If money was not an issue? I mean, like any car, like a collectible car? Are we talking like a new car? Like I could buy the AT van, or I could get any new car on the market. And it wouldn't be a crazy car. It'd probably be something like a Bugatti. Something like that. I don't know. That wouldn't be very practical. I probably, if I could find like an old mint condition Land Rover, something like that, I would like buy that. If it has to be a new car, I might get, if I had to buy a new car, I might get the new electric Hummer if it was money was no object. I got nothing in the box. My PayPal is so fucked up. Yeah. The reason you can't add wrenches is because you're looking at the chat under the Yankee Marshall account instead of the Gearhead account. No, that's not why I can't add wrenches at all. It's because it's not allowed on this channel. It's got nothing to do with that. I'm not looking at it from the Yankee Marshall account. I'm streaming to the Yankee Gearhead from StreamYard. The Yankee Marshall page is not involved in this at all. Do you trust the Gordon's fishermen? I don't like fish, so I don't trust anybody like that. Because I don't like fish. Not a fish fan, if you know what I mean. We got 10 minutes left before we're out of here. Yesterday, we were talking about protein, excess protein consumption taxes the kidneys. Yes, it does. I like double action, single action too. Rand Spear, 9mm plus P plus gold dots, 115 grain, kind of like 357, but nowhere near the pin in my. Well, yeah, 9mm plus P plus is nowhere near 357 Magnum. Christy Noam said, I killed my dog Cricket and I would do it again. Yeah, that's because she's a fucking gross bitch. Honda Ranch 450, probably the Kodiak. Well, 1911 that you have experience with. I haven't had one that's not reliable. So all of them, I guess I would say. I mean, I have Dan Wesson's in 10mm, and that's not the only 1911s I have in 10mm. I've had Colts in 10mm, but I've never had one that wasn't reliable. What is your favorite seafood? I'm not a seafood fan. I do like a nice beer battered and fried halibut or cod, but and there's a place called the Horse Brass Pub in Portland that does the best I've ever had anywhere, including overseas. But my favorite food is probably king crab leg or snow crab legs. I'd say snow crab legs are my favorite seafood. I also like a good bouillabaisse if it's done really well, but and a good clam chowder. But my favorite seafood is snow crab legs. Is a 38 special round too short for a Henry Big Boy chambered in 357 Magnum? I don't think so, but that's probably would depend on the gun, which gun, but I don't think so. Let's see. All right, that's it. We're out of questions. I got caught up there. I don't see anything I got to read. I read all the rides. There won't be a drawing tonight because we only got 2 super chats. So no drawings. Trying to find where I'm at here. So I don't got to count nothing. That's a good thing. I don't got to count. Yeah, that's it. We are done for the evening, I think. I wouldn't let the 9mm creature touch me. I don't want to die. What 9mm creature are we talking about? Why am I not seeing what I'm seeing over here? Because I just Scorch over here just said Bigfoot and Wild Boy had an interesting premise: a human boy who was raised by a Sasquatch. Yeah, it was an awesome show. I loved that show. Didn't run for very long. It was part of the Bigfoot and who was it? Was it with Shazam or was it with ISIS? Was it one of them? It was like one of those where they play one and the other, like 15-minute episodes of each. I can't even open the link. Is it not working? Let's see. Well, hell, it doesn't put it in as a link, does it? You got to copy and paste it. Let's see. I got to figure out a better way to do this. And if you copy and paste it, it doesn't fucking open. That might explain why there's only been 2 chats tonight. What was the first one? Did it come through as a link when I first did it? I don't know. I can't see where I did it. Where is the place where I actually posted it? Yep, it didn't come through as a link either. You have to cut and paste it, I guess. Cut and post it. Well, this one works. This one here, but you got to cut and paste it. Yeah. Cause he's tagging your name. What's that mean? How much velocity are you getting out of a 6-inch 357 Magnum revolver? Well, it depends on what ammo you're shooting. It's really going to depend on what ammo you're shooting. Jonathan Aho just did a PayPal chat. Let's see if his let's see if it got a message put to it. This is irritating. PayPal does not work the way it's supposed to. Memo. Where did it? Status complete, but I don't see anywhere on here where he entered. I changed. Well, I didn't on this one. This is the old one. Paid by Jonathan Aho. Why is it not showing me? It showed it when I did it. It showed it yesterday when one person yesterday, but not the other people. I got to try to figure out a way to do this to where people can definitely get their questions in here. Back to transaction. Let me see. Is there a way to look at the transaction differently? Am I doing something? Print the shipping label. Let me see. Nope. 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 That ain't it. I can't see how I'd check any other way. I've checked on his name. Let's see. Jonathan Aho's orders, handling, subtotal, view transaction details. Not seeing anywhere where it's got the special info that I requested that people put in here. Just doesn't seem like it's working right. I don't know what to do about it. So we'll just have to try to get it working for the next chat, hopefully. But we are pretty much out of time. Is Bigfoot a hunter or a scavenger? Both. It wouldn't even let me copy and paste the link. Well, I don't know why it would stop you from copying and pasting a link, but I found the video, and you did say the price around $200 for the samurai for the engraving. That's what the engraving cost. I will buy a I am amosexual t-shirt if you make one. No, you won't. Everyone always says, I'll buy this shirt if you make this shirt, and then they'll buy the shirt. Some of them do, but most don't. Let's see. Revolver or Desert Eagle for black bear defense? Well, I would never use a Desert Eagle for defense against anything because Desert Eagles are horribly unreliable. So I might as well just say revolver or hammer for self-defense against a bear. Black bears, you're not going to need any defense against them anyway. Just stay away from them. And if they start to give you any trouble, just stand up to them, let them know who's boss. I think that's all the questions. We're out of time anyway. But thanks everyone for coming. This is, like I said, still a shit show. Hopefully we'll get this together before, because we're going to be doing this for a while, I have a feeling, because I have a feeling that it's long-term, my suspension over there, because all they would tell me is it's indefinite. So we'll have to wait and see. But thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for everybody that's still trying to help the channel, even though it's really hard right now, trying to keep things running like Pets and Vets, etc. YouTube may have succeeded in killing us. They're trying. But thanks for everything y'all do, especially those that are continuing to try to help. I will do what I can to keep things rolling. That's all I can do. But thanks everybody for what you do. I will see y'all again tomorrow right here on this channel again, unless something miraculous happens between now and then. So until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.